What's going on, everyone? This is Mike Felix. I am going live here. Give me 1 second. I am one second. So I am going live here because I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about referral marketing and how to build sort of a tribe of people who are consistently sending you business. I want to sort of touch on why this is one of the most effective marketing strategies on the planet, dating all the way back to biblical times. Dating all the way back to biblical times. It is very, very powerful. Referral marketing is very powerful, far more powerful than I think many people give it credit. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that here. So first and foremost, I got on here a little bit earlier because I need to kind of get set up, because I want to make sure that I see all of your comments. If you can hear me though, if you can hear me, just say yes, I can hear you okay. I don't hear an echo. Everything sounds good. You look fine. You look good. Let me know how everything looks, so I can know that I'm not So again, can everyone see me okay? Can you see me okay? Can you hear me okay? Type yes in the comments if you can see me okay and you can hear me okay. I have a couple of the sweet. I have a couple different screens up because I'm not able to like see you through this software that I'm using. So I have to open you on a couple different screens. I even have you on my phone here. So awesome. Sweet. So again, one moment. Just testing some things out here. All right, perfect. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Sweet, and it's 2:02. All right, so I'm a minute or two late. All right, so welcome you guys. Welcome to this Facebook Live. Again, I'm always seeking to educate my my audience, my following, on different methods of marketing and growing your business online. I was supposed to do this live within my group, but I got a number of requests, and I just decided to just post it on my regular page. And if you want a lot of the more detailed breakdowns, if you want to ask me specific questions, I highly encourage you to join my group. It is the Guerrilla Launch Group, and I'll post I'll make a post about it inside of this live so that you can join it and ask some questions. So that's the first thing. If you want to ask questions, please join the group. Hop in there, engage. I am forming a community of people who are asking questions about marketing, sales, and business development. So please join that. Secondly, I do want to tell you that I'm going through a lot of this information. I love sharing information. However, I am going to be promoting a program on this live. All right, I'm gonna let you know. I love to I love to help other people, but in order to enable me to help people in a greater capacity, I need to start forming programs so that I could say, hey, you know what, like I'm helping people, but at the same time, I'm giving them enough of me so that they can take a lot of this and do a lot of stuff with it. So I do have some programs that I am going to be telling you about throughout the course of this live. Definitely not going to be salesy. I think you're going to get a tremendous amount of benefit just out of being on the live in itself. But if you would like a greater, a bit more detail on what I'm doing, I would love for you to be a part of one of my programs here. All right. So jumping right in. So this live here is all about forming a tribe of people who consistently refer you business. So I don't care what type of business you have. I don't care what type of business you have. If you have hundreds of people out there telling other people about your business, it is impossible. It is impossible for your business not to grow. Absolutely impossible. Referral marketing is by far the most powerful marketing method on the planet. Okay? Now I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about something that I've been experiencing lately, right? So for anybody who watches Netflix, I started watching Messiah. Messiah is this Netflix show where it's like the modern day Jesus, right? And everything that I look at, I always correlate it back to business. So those that know me know that I'm always correlating something back to business. But I hold on. I think my connection might be. I think my connection is breaking a little bit. So I'm watching Messiah, and please let me know if I'm. Ah, man, I think my connection's going in and out. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get through as much as possible. All right. Sorry about that. So I'm watching Messiah, and I'm observing that the method that he uses to, the modern day Jesus, the method that he's using to get in to spread the word is not by going directly to the people always. It's not by going directly to the people. It is through going to the people who influence and then letting them do the work. Letting them do the work, all right? And in modern day, that is referred to as referral marketing. Referral marketing is the most powerful method on the planet for marketing your actual business. And that is, now in modern day, there's a tremendous amount of benefit around referral marketing. Okay, so first and foremost, some of the benefits are you're constantly getting tagging in search of posts. Whenever someone needs something, you're constantly getting tagged in these posts. You're constantly getting introductions to other people. You're constantly getting the I heard about you emails. You're constantly getting sales. You're constantly getting inquiries, and you're constantly getting you're constantly rebuilding or building your reputation. Nothing but tremendous benefit when it comes to these mechanisms in your business. Okay, so I got to say, referral marketing is the absolute most powerful way to market your business. Now, the reason why is because there are primary elements of marketing. All right, and some of these primary elements is one, timing, relation, relevance, position, medium, and messaging. Okay, the primary elements of marketing. These are primary elements of marketing: timing, relation, relevance, position, medium, and messaging. Now, the most challenging part about all of this, is the fact that it is getting all of this stuff right at the same time. Getting all of this stuff right at the same time. Very difficult task. Actually, you know what? It's such a difficult task that there are companies that make millions of dollars, millions, billions of dollars, billions of dollars trying to get this formula down in order to ensure that they're getting in front of people at the right time, in the right way, in the right context, so that people are led to wanting to buy from them. Okay, so here's just an example, right? An example would be, let's say you just got, a let's say you just got arrested. You just got arrested, right? If you were to get arrested, there's not going to be a blast that goes out that tells every attorney on the planet, hey, you need to hit up this person immediately because they just got arrested. Let's say you just got pulled over and you got a ticket. There's not going to be a blast that goes out to all of these places and say, hey, or there's not going to be a database where you can just say, hey, this person just got a ticket. Focus on becoming the first person to get in front of them. If you just felt something in your stomach, like you feel like you have gastrointestinal issues, unless you're getting on social media and saying that you have issues with your stomach, there's not going to be a blast that goes out to all of these pharmaceutical companies or these different companies to say, hey, this person is having stomach issues. You should recommend this medicine. Nothing. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Let's say somebody's going through relationship issues. Again, unless that person is getting on social media and telling all their business, there's not going to be this blast that goes out to these relationship coaches to say, hey, you should probably talk to this person about their relationship issues. That's not how this goes. Timing, relevance, and all that is a key to marketing. And companies are paying a lot to get that right. Now, here's the funny part though. Referral marketing, when you're at the dinner table with a friend, or if you're at brunch with a friend and you tell a friend, hey, my stomach hurts, what does that friend do? That friend says, hey, you should try this medicine. If you say, hey, you know what, man, I'm having issues with A, B, and C, what should I do? What does the friend do? Or the family? They say, man, you know what? You should hit up John. You should hit up Robin. You should hit up Shelly. You should hit up these people. And you know what's funny? A lot of times with referral marketing, people don't even shop. They just take that referral and that's like it. Decision was made. If a trusted person gives a referral, the decision was just made. And again, that solves the timing, the relation, the relevance, the position, the medium is the friend or the family. And it also solves the messaging. You don't even need crazy messaging because it's just the mere fact that the friend is saying, hey, you need to do this. I care about you. You need to do this. That's the messaging. That is the absolute messaging. Okay. So now here's and I'm going to jump in here. When it comes to marketing, I think a lot of it, though, is reflective. Like, you have to make sure that you're doing the right thing the right way in the right context. But I want to make sure that this live is a little bit deeper. And I oftentimes ask a reflective question whenever I'm working with anybody on creating their referral marketing strategy. And that question is, the reflective question is, does the receipt of a referral benefit others more? Or does it benefit you more? Does it benefit others more? Or does it benefit you more? Now again, this is a very, very important question because it is the determining factor between whether or not you're going to be able to build a tribe of people who are sending you referrals and whether or not you're not building a tribe of people. Does the receipt of a referral benefit others more or does it benefit you more? Now, a lot of it comes down to tact, and I think that there are some people that need to be trained on tact, and there are people that they understand tact, they just need to exercise it. And what I mean by tact is when you're speaking about your business, when you're speaking about your business and you're out there and you're saying, hey, this is what I do, this is, people know whether or not you're doing what you do because you genuinely and authentically love to help people, or if you're doing what you do because like you're just trying to make a buck. Okay? If someone is going to refer their family or their friend or their best friend, if somebody's going to refer somebody to you, just know that they're referring them to you because they have their friend's interest in mind, not yours. It's their friend's interest in mind. So if the receipt of a referral benefits you more, then I guarantee you you won't be able to build a tribe. You can't. It is absolutely impossible to build a tribe if being selfish. Impossible to build a tribe through being selfish. You can't do it. You can't do it. Tribes are not formed based on selfish intentions. Tribes are not formed based on selfish intentions. They're not. You cannot be selfish as through building a tribe. It is absolutely impossible. It's impossible. All right. Now let's talk about tribes. Right. Let's talk about tribes. Now when you think of a tribe, I think of a tribe being synonymous with a community. I think about a tribe being synonymous with the community. So I oftentimes say tribes thrive in communities, not alone. You have to build a community. You have to form community. You have to form community. Community is how tribes thrive. You can't be alone. You can't be alone. Tribes don't thrive by you being alone. You have to create this organism of people around you in order to form a tribe. But the key is to be the owner of that. If you own a business, the key is to be the owner of that community, right? Curate that community, nurture that community. You can't when it comes to growing a plant, you have to have the right amount of fertilizer, the right amount of dirt, the right environment, the right amount of sunlight, and the right amount of water, right? Now here's what breaks down tribes is when you do something, you don't use the right ingredients, like you water it way too much. What happens, and I'm using water philosophically, right? Let's say you have a group or you have a community, and you're promoting way too much. Like you're telling people, hey, buy my stuff way too much. That is synonymous, even though you want to help people, that's still synonymous to you having just a certain amount of dirt, and a plant, and you watering it too much. What happens when you water a plant too much? The plant drowns, the plant dies. You can't water the plant too much. You have to have the right amount of water, the right amount of dirt. You got to have the right timing. The water can't always be in the dark. The water got to be, the plant has to be outside at times, right? Like there has to be an environment for you to be able to form community. So you have to have the right ingredients. Now, when it comes to your business, there's an ingredient. I like to call it the winning ingredient. The winning ingredient when you're forming a community and a tribe around your offerings is consistency. The winning ingredient when you're forming a tribe is consistency. It is consistency. I can't tell you how important that is. Consistency is absolutely important. Have you ever had have you ever had that friend who, one day they're a financial advisor, and then the next day they're in auto insurance, and then the next day they're detailing cars, and then the next day they're building websites, and then the next day they're a business coach, and then the next day they're in real estate, and then the next day they're. Have you ever had those people that are always in some shit? Well, those people don't get referrals. Those people do not get referrals. It's You forming consistency is, and Anisha, thank you. Content is king, consistency is queen. You have to have, people need to see you as the individual for that thing. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this with all honesty. I receive a ton of referrals from people who I've actually never done business with. I've never done business with. I don't even, I've never built anything for them. I never marketed for them. I never coached them. But I get a ton of referrals from people that I've never done business with. But the reason why they refer their family and their friends to me is because they're like this is, I view him as this. And you know what? You could call it branding. You could call it branding, but it's not that. It's consistency. It's consistency. It is, once you graduate in consistency. Once you've done something for a certain period of time, people just say, "Hey, that is the thing that you do." I like to say, and there's a slide, I like to say one of the key ingredients to all of this is to remain Tom. Be Tom. And Tom stands for top of mind. Top of mind. Remain top of mind. There was a quote I made a little while ago, and I said, be Tom, don't be an ass. Be Tom, don't be an ass. And ASS stands for always selling something. Always selling something. Like, there's just people out there always selling something, and it's always something different. One day they're selling cell phones, the next day they're selling cars, the next day they're selling chairs, the next day they're selling real estate, the next day they're selling this. And what happens is, to be honest with you, you get to a point where you don't even know what the hell to refer to somebody, because they're always doing something different. Consistency is one of the key things that enables you to build a tribe around a thing. Okay, now, of course, I can't say that without telling you that, in order for you to receive the referrals, you have to be very clear on your offerings, what it is you're actually doing for people. You got to be very clear on what it is that you're actually doing for people. And that's deeper. That is way deeper than the than just listing off what your products are. That's way deeper than just listing off what your products are. That is more so, it's more so aligned to the problems that you're solving, the thing that the core of what you're really doing for people. I can't tell you how annoying it is. I'll go out to these different, like, let's say I go to an event and I ask somebody, "Hey, what do you do?" And they tell me, "A web developer." And I'm like, that's your title. That's your title. You're a web developer? Cool. That's your title. What you do is, I help people create digital assets so they can promote their business. I help people look legitimate online. I help people grow their online sales. I help people with saving I help people save time and energy by building their online storefront. That's what you do. What you do is not you being a web designer. Okay? So if you can really craft what it is that you do, that helps with regards to what people refer you for. You have to be clear on your offerings. Okay, now here's the thing, right? Like, everybody can have an idea of what someone needs based off of a title, right? So like somebody says, "Oh, well, I need to grow my online sales." "Oh, well, you need to talk to a marketer, or you need to talk to a web designer, or you need to talk to a branding person." That person has framed what you need to do in their head already, right? But again, when your narrative and your messaging is all about the actual thing that you do, then that helps with the tribe of people that you're growing, because that's what they remember. I help, I help marriages. I help salvage marriages. I help salvage marriages. That's a dramatically different statement than I'm a marriage counselor. Dramatically different statement. Regardless of if you can see that or not, I help salvage marriages. I help I help people grow their sales online. Like even when people ask, I did this training a little while ago on introductions, and I said, when you go out to networking events, and if somebody asks you what you do, try to answer, try to get them to ask a question. I'm sorry, ask them a question to help them visualize what you do more so than telling them what you do. Here's an example, right? Let's say somebody were to ask me, "Hey, Mike, what do you do?" And I say, "Oh, well, I'm a web developer." What happens in their mind, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh you do exactly what my cousin JJ does." Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. I know exactly what you do. I know exactly what you do. You do exactly what my cousin JJ does. And then all of a sudden, they've ruled you out. You're JJ now. You're JJ, right? But you didn't even have the chance to tell them what you actually did, right? But imagine if when you introduce yourself, someone says, "Oh, what do you do?" And like, let's say in my case, I say, "Oh, well, have you ever seen those websites? Those websites that are capable of generating like $1 million a year, like those small business owners they make these high profiting websites that are making like $1 million a year." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I build those." Dramatically different introduction. Dramatically different introduction. Now the level, what you're competing against is now in their head, they're like, "Oh shoot, like who else do I know that makes multi-million-dollar generating websites?" I don't. Mike does, right? And so now it's like, okay, well, yo, let me get your. I always get people to say, "Let me get your business card." Yeah, I need to get your business card. That was the last thing they heard. That was what they. Now that's what stuck, and you did that through how you introduced yourself. You didn't do it by sending them a pretty brochure or a pretty website or crafting a pretty email. You did that because you were able to craft a message around your offering so that individual now is a person in your tribe. That is one person just based off of that introduction. That's a person in your tribe. Congratulations. Just based off of how you reframed your introduction, you now have a new person a part of your tribe. They're going to follow you. They're going to go look you up on Facebook. They're going to go look you up on Instagram. They're going to find you just based off of how you introduce yourself. All right? So your offerings. Now, another part to it is your calls to action for the people that you're building in your tribe. Okay, like so you can day in day out. I mean, whenever people are trying to figure out this whole referral marketing thing, I get people asking questions about the technicalities of it. Like, "Oh well, should I drive people to a landing page? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that?" And the secret is there's plenty of things you can do. There's plenty of things you can do. But the big thing that you really have to be, you do have to be very intentional about what you call them or what actions you call them to take. Okay. Now, the reason why this is a very generic, high-level statement, is because some of you are selling products. Some of you are selling services. Some of you on this live are selling productized services. What it is that you're doing is dramatically different. It has dramatically different sales pipelines. It has dramatically different approaches towards growing your business and aligning those referrals with how you qualify them, how you characterize them, who they are, the amount of opportunity that you see in them, the value that you could potentially bring to them. All of that is in question. So what you bring your referrers or your tribe to do is going to dramatically determine or be based on how you operate your business. So I want to take a brief pause because I told you in the beginning, I'm going to be promoting something throughout this live. And I want to let you know that I want to help you with that strategy. All right. I want to help you with your referral marketing strategy. And if you are interested in knowing a little bit more about some of the ways that I do that, I highly encourage you after this live to visit gorillalaunch.com/tribes. gorillalaunch.com/tribes. This is it's a very brief questionnaire, nothing serious. It's a very brief questionnaire where I ask you a couple questions, and I'm gonna follow it up with an opportunity for us to hop on a really quick phone call to have a discussion about your business and different ways for you to set up your referral marketing strategy. Okay, now again, I am telling you this because this is not a cookie cutter one size fits all thing. This is not a cookie cutter one size fits all thing. I was when you're marketing, I get a lot of people that hit me up about marketing and stuff, and what they tell me is, Mike, I just want my numbers up. I just want my numbers up. My numbers. And what I have to remind them is that numbers don't buy from you. Numbers don't buy from you. People do. Numbers don't buy from you. People do. It's your impact that gets people to say, hey, I want to do business with this person. It's your impact that gets other people to trust you. Okay? It's your impact that gets people to trust you. Social media has gotten us into this realm of thinking that the more followers we have, the more money we make. Very not true. I can't even begin to tell you how not true that is. It is not a matter of numbers. It is about your impact, and I would love to be, I would love to help you craft your approach towards building your tribe. Okay, I told you I was gonna promote something. I do want to promote. I want to promote that. Okay, so gorillalaunch.com/tribes. Fill out that brief questionnaire, and again, I'm gonna post it inside of the comments so that you can learn more about the different ways that we could potentially work together. Now, going back to the fact that we just had a discussion about calls to action, right? Now, one of the elements about a call to action is to ensure that you make it easy for people to take action. Easy for people to take action. I can't tell you how many people, they have all of this stuff set up, and it is hard for people to do what you're desiring them to do. Like imagine if it is difficult for people to do the thing that you want them to do. That's not desirable. That's not desirable, okay? So making it easy for people to take action. And again, these are the action that you want people to take is based off of moving the movement of a tribe, okay? I mentioned earlier, and where is it? Again, the elements of a tribe is to form community. You must form community. Within that community, they have to eat. They have to have a social element. They have to have some type of engagement. They have to have some type of cohesiveness. They have to have some type of commonality. All of those are things that enable you to create a mechanism or mechanisms to form community and to create a tribe of people who see you as an expert and say, hey, I trust when I throw referrals over the gate, I'm throwing them over because I trust you. You have to form some type of community, and a lot of that is based off of how easy you make it for them. How easy you make it for them. So one of the biggest tactics that I use is, and I'm calling it a tactic, but it's not so much a tactic. It is more so a method, and it's using a tool. And I use social media. I use Facebook groups to create community, to bring people together who have common objectives, who they are, how you can characterize them. You can sort of base it around, one, of course, how Facebook and Instagram characterizes them, but also, whether or not their interest is aligned with what got you to get them in part of the group itself, right? So I say that because, there's groups out here that are formed based off of your ethnicity. There are groups out here formed based off of the type of business you have, formed based off of your upbringing, forced based off of your some of your other interests. all of that together, those are all ingredients to curate an audience of people who find community in what you're building. But the key is that if you're the one that owns the community, you're then the one that is referred for almost everything. Case in point, in different areas of the United States, there are these different groups, like family, family activities, family activity groups. If you want to do stuff with your family, you'll notice the majority of the people that own those groups are realtors. They're realtors and financial advisors. Why? Why do you think that? The reason why is because if they can bring together a community, a ton of people who have kids, maybe married together, and they're into, they're into family related stuff, the likelihood that they're going to want to purchase a home, or the likelihood that they're going to want to look at elements of their family that they have to take into consideration, one of them being their finances, the likelihood that they're going to want to pursue that stuff is extremely high. So imagine if you're the financial advisor that owns that community, you're the one that they're going to think of. They're associating that community and what they're getting out of it to you. You're now top of mind. You're now top of mind. And again, I mentioned, one of the big things around this whole referral marketing thing is to remain top of mind. Remain top of mind. Now I'll tell you, there are various tools to ensure that you remain top of mind. All right. And some of this is technical, some of it's not really. But there are certain things that you can use to ensure that you remain top of mind. One of them being something as simple as an email marketing list. An email marketing list. Now, hear me out. Hear me out now. I'm pausing for a second. Whenever I work with people on setting up their referral marketing strategy, what normally happens is they affiliate these tools with their typical approach of getting in front of their direct consumer. Okay? These are not the same thing. These are not the same thing. I'm speaking about tools that enable you to connect with the people who are going to be serving as your tribe and your evangelists, your ambassadors, okay? These people who are going to serve as your mouths and your ears out there in the world, okay? These are not tools to get in front of your consumer. These are tools to get in front of the people who are serving as your eyes and your ears, and partially your hands when it comes to promoting your business. You need to be top of mind to the people who are going to refer you, okay? If I were to take my entire business, throw it out the door. If I were to take my entire business and throw it out the door, I would say, okay, my first thing that I have to do is I have to craft, or articulate what my actual offering is. I have to articulate what my actual offering is. Then I have to say, and mind you, when I say offering, I'm speaking about, what is the problem that I'm solving? And again, in my case, I help small business owners grow their revenue online, period. I help nonprofits grow their ability to scale and get exposure online. Like, there's just basic things that I could describe myself by and what I do. And I take that and I say, that is my offering. Then I say, all right, who has an audience of people that need that? Okay? Who has an audience of people that need that? Notice I didn't say, where are the people? I didn't say that. I said, who has that audience already? Who has that audience already? I'm gonna go to them. And some of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, well, he's talking about influencers." Yeah, he's talking about influencers. No, I'm not just talking about influencers. I'm not just talking about influencers. I'm talking about people that will serve as, again, people that will serve as your ambassador. Very similar to how organizations look at their president, right, or look at their founders. Like they look at these people and they say, "Hey, I believe in what you see. I believe in what you see, and the problem you're solving in terms of my employment is you're solving the problem between connecting that vision with the ability to raise capital and do all of these different things, and that's feeding my family through my salary, right? So that person's solving a problem by making good business decisions. You, by having product offerings and service offerings, you need to make sure that you're selflessly showing people that you're solving these problems so that they can see you as the go-to person for those things. Again, I'm not trying to. I, the last thing that I want to be is shallow here. The last thing that I want to be is shallow here. I want to be as deep as possible. I'm telling you guys right now, when it comes to your product offering, you have to be more than just somebody who tells people the list of stuff you do. You have to craft a message. So you have to craft a message so that people they're not predefining who they should refer you to. They're saying this person solves these problems. This person solves these problems. And that's how they refer you. You just brought up this problem at the dinner table. Awesome. You need to talk to Mike. You just brought up this problem, man. Oh, you need to grow your business. You need to talk to John. You need to talk to Amir. You need to talk to this person. That's what they do. I don't even know what their title is, but that's what they do. That's what they do. And it's important to become that if you want to build a tribe of people that consistently send you business. Okay. So there are tools to enable you to do that. One of them being social media, the other being email marketing, and the other being the damn phone. The other being the damn phone. I can't tell you how powerful it is to pick up your phone and text message people and let people know, like, hey, like I, man, I just can't tell you, like how many connections I've made. I can't tell you how many connections I made with people just because I send out like hundreds of messages to people. I send out hundreds of messages to people, and my message is very simple. I don't send people messages saying, "Oh, would you like marketing services? Would you like business development services? Would you like design services?" I don't send people that. I send people very simple messages saying, "Hey, if you or anybody else has any questions about marketing, sales, or business development, let me know." If you or anybody you know has any questions about marketing, sales, or business development, let me know. And somebody that has a network of, like, let's say they know a lot of hairstylists, I'll send them a message. Hey, what's going on? If you happen to know any salon owners that needs any help with selling more products online, let me know. All of the people that have a, an audience of people who are into fitness, hey, I'll send them a message. Hey, what's going on? If you have anybody into, that's into health and wellness, and they need any help with setting up their online course and stuff like that, let me know. If I have somebody that if there's somebody that has a ton of artists, in their audience, I'll send them a message. Hey, what's going on? If you or anybody else like that's an artist, and you have your creative expression on a canvas or digital, if any of them need any help with with selling more, more of their art online, let me know. Would love to share some ideas with them, or would love to share something that I produced for them. Or hey, I created a 5 email sequence. I would love to send it to them. Let me know. I'll share whatever it is. Now again, this is me focusing on the referrer. Okay, that's what I would do if I was to start over. I would just focus on people that I know will be my ambassadors, my affiliates, my evangelists. That's who I would focus on, because those individuals, those are trusted sources already. Trusted sources already. Now, there are methods to doing it. There are methods to doing it. You have to make sure that, and I mentioned earlier, consistency is huge. Consistency is huge. The methodology behind doing it is just as important. There's no cookie cutter method. There's no cookie cutter method. And again, I say that because you're not selling numbers here. Numbers aren't what's paying you. It's people. Okay? It's people. So there's a method behind getting people to trust you and want to be a part of your tribe, want to be involved in what you're doing, want to gain a greater understanding of your business and you and who else is a part of your community. There's a method behind it, and I would love to actually be the one to help. I would love to help you. If you are a small business owner and you would like to create some type of referral marketing strategy, you would like to say, hey, you know what, this is something that I definitely find some benefit in. And I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. When it comes to creating your referral marketing strategy, a lot of it is primarily premised on what that means for you as a benefit, but also for them, okay? So if your mission is to make a certain amount of revenue, you have to make sure that you're tying that to the amount of lives changed, or the amount of people that you're impacting, or the amount of problems that you're solving. The problem and the thing that you're doing on their end has to be greater than your benefit. Forming a tribe needs to be selfless. It needs to be selfless, which is one of the reasons why when people form like these different groups and stuff like that, they don't form the groups oftentimes by saying, this is my business name. They form the group by naming it or calling it something that is more characteristic to the tribe that they're forming, or the interests of the tribe they're forming. Not the business, but the tribe they're forming. Because you want to bring people to something that they don't feel threatened by. People don't want to come into something that they feel they're going to be sold on. They want to come to something that they feel that they belong to. Something they belong to. So if you're going to form a tribe where you're doing it with the intent to get referrals, the intent needs to be tied to something selfless, which is your mission as a business owner is to impact as many lives as possible. Your mission as a business owner is to grow other people's revenue as much as possible. Your interest as a business owner is to increase or to solve as many problems as possible. Like it has to be for them, so that they can trust that when they bring people to you, those people people don't want to feel that they're leading their friends and family into a trap. Okay? They don't want to feel that they're leading their friends and family into a trap. They want to feel like they're leading their friends and family into something that's going to benefit them. Okay? And all of that is a matter of forming a tribe, forming a community. I'd like to help you. All right? I'd like to help you form your strategy. And I'd love for you to start by going to GorillaLaunch.com/tribes. GorillaLaunch.com/tribes. Again, I love working with people who are, of course, they've identified that there's a problem that they're solving. They identified that they are a contributor to a community. They're a contributor to other people's lives. They are a contributor to people. Those are the people I want to work with. If you believe that you have a product or service that is valuable, I would love to work with you. I would love to have, at least explore the opportunity to work with you. I would love to at least see, hey, and I'll tell you this now, if there's not a benefit for you by us working together, I'll point you in the right direction. I'll give you some resources for you to be able to do some of this stuff. I'm in this because I genuinely like work. I love working with small business owners on growing their potential and their leverage um, online. I love doing it. It is it's an amazing feeling for me. It's cool. It's fun. Um, I see the power in all this online stuff. I see the power in all of this online stuff, and I love helping people. All right, so I love helping people in one way. If you love helping people in another, let's work together to make sure that build we build this community of evangelists, these tribes of people who are referring people to your business, to your offerings, to your services. So let me know. You can also send me a direct message as well. If the form thing isn't for you, shoot me a direct message. I'll respond to you as fast as possible, and I'll get back with you with details on how we could potentially work together to help you set up your referral marketing strategy. All right. So I'm going to open it up for questions. What questions do you guys have about referral marketing? Questions. What questions do you guys have? What questions do you guys have? Talk to me. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm questions. All right. Okay, I'm at 51 minutes here. I normally don't. I try to do my best not to go over an hour. So, um, you guys, I hope you got something out of it. If you did, send me a message too. Just saying, hey, like I I got something out of this live, and I love what you're doing, man. Even if it's just that, let me know. Even if it's just that, let me know. Oh, okay, hold on. Anisha goes, with referral marketing, do you think there needs to be a monetary exchange to the ambassadors for there to be true loyalty? Um, I mean, I think with regards to incentives, I think that's based on that a lot of times is based on the impact that someone has through the referring. So um, when and also whether or not an incentive impacts the investment that the person receiving the service is going to have. So an example would be like let's say services, right? Like services is sort of like an abstract thing. Like if someone proposes a website, um, oftentimes they're writing some type of quote, right? Well, normally if they know they have to compensate someone else, then that impacts how much one person's paying because that's sort of a cost to acquire, right? But with products, the products have a fixed amount. So if you sell a product that already has a fixed amount, then um, when you pay the referrer, that's eating into your margin, right? So the amount of the incentive is varied based off of how the investment is made from the source. Um, so I do not believe that. I think the definition of true loyalty is building a tribe of people that they find the value and they find contentment in knowing that they did a service for their friend, or they did a service for someone else by referring you. They didn't do themselves a favor, they did their friend a favor. Okay? They didn't do themselves a favor, they did their friend a favor. I think that builds true loyalty. Now, if you do want to incentivize people to grow your referral base, then a lot of that you can say, hey, well, you know what? I have a mechanism of acquiring customers. That mechanism of acquiring customers is through advertising, is through my own organic marketing, and through referrals. Whatever the cost is associated with each one of those parallels, you can say that I will make sure that there's a cost affiliated with my ability to buy attention from the paid ads, to my cost from a time perspective to do the organic stuff, to a cost to getting other people to refer other people to me. So you let that, you create a mechanism so that referral marketing source is incentivized. But I love, if I'm gonna give someone the power to receive compensation, I think it's a matter of creating a framework and a journey for them to see the compensation as a consistent source. Again, the title of this is to consistently get referrals, right? So, an ambassador program isn't just making a percentage every time someone makes a sale. It is, hey, how can you generate $500 a month by being a part of my program? How can you generate $1,000 a month by being a part of my program? How you can easily generate $200 a month by being a part of my ambassador program or my referral marketing program? That is when your engagement with these referrers is not just, send me people when you can. It is like, this is how you can be consistent with selling me people so that you can consistently get the benefit that I just outlined for you. So a lot of it, again, I think a lot of it just depends. It just depends. And this was the question that I just answered here. With referral marketing, do you think there needs to be a monetary exchange to the ambassadors for there to be true loyalty? I didn't know that this program, Ecamm, enabled me to do this again. Last time I did this, they wouldn't let me see who the people are. So nice to know. Any other questions? I think I could probably close this one now. Any other questions? I think I am close to an hour here. I'm at 58 minutes. Again, I don't like being on here too long because I know that you guys are busy. Referral marketing, building a tribe, forming community. Those are the topics we're speaking about. How it ties into growing your business. It is the best way to grow a business. And it's because I have it approved to be seen. I'm an Ecamm ambassador. Plus, people can. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm still gonna keep it on my phone then, because I'm sure that there are people that I can't. Everybody that's actually on here, yeah, you're right. I think everybody probably has used Ecamm in the past. True. Alright, you guys, I'm hopping off. Thank you. I'm at an hour now. Let me know if you have any questions. I've already seen some people input input their information into the form. I'm gonna drop the link in the comments so that it's easy for you to check it out, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, everybody, take care.